What you see in your mind's eye, the life you lead.
Okay.
And it's all called, and it's called, of course, quite naturally.
So, August 31, 2012, Scarborough, Toronto, Canada. Once in a blue moon, that's today. I'm here with I'm here with my friend Stephen Taylor, and I'm witnessing the birth of a new book, the Dyslexic Discourse.
In front of the witness of the blue moon, not to come to 2015 again.
Yep.
You know that? 2015?
Yeah, I know. That's why we're... And there aren't any mosquitoes, and it's an amazing day, amazing night.
But there's a little bit, it's kind of frosty. I think there's snow coming. They said there was going to be snow tonight.
Wow.
Somewhere in the Arctic, not here. I didn't say here.
Oh, yeah. I can hear, those are crickets, or is that the whistling of the wires?
Crickets.
Good, because sometimes...
That's only at the daytime when they expand.
Oh, I'm missing it.
That's the crickets, they're cooling off.
Yeah.
If you can count them every 10 seconds and multiply by 12, you'll know what the temperature is. Did you know that?
Yeah, well, I didn't know the exact formula. I knew that it was...
and then multiply by a minute. You divide 5 times 12, and that's chapter 1.
Okay, so...
Chapter 2.
So you're about to start chapter 2. So you're talking into your iPod or your MP3 player, and then you're gonna transfer it to DragonSpeak, hopefully.
This is the Dyslexic association with words association. It's a very enjoyable association of the words in life. For example, all the words that we have can be related, synonym and antonym, homonym, of a higher or lesser degree, positive, comparative, and superlative degrees. In the phrase or in a clause, words will associate naturally, one with the other, all in the general progression. This is an exercise, a psychiatric term for it. It's called word association game.
Oh
it
dear.
It may be called the Rorschach.
The Rorschach,
yeah.
It was really an interesting concept here, how your life is...
your life is an experience
but
from
it's
right to left.
But it's dyslexic in that if you're using your visual, that would naturally make it like dyslexic. But I'm not sure if somebody was auditory or sensory, they might have a totally different kind of experience on their life.
Well, I still think they see things in their mind's eye, and that goes across their mind. I think that when they close their eyes, when they dream, they still have that experience. They can't get away from it. Or up and down. There may be more up and down. There may be people who are suffer from problems with their balance. Well, they still have this problem, or they have this movement that goes. It might not be exactly left or right. Maybe more up and down or on an angle, but whatever it is, we're always moving in one direction to the other. And either emotionally, physically, or spiritually.
Okay.
There's always a process in which we're always in the process of moving. As we read, as we move, as we see the sky, and as we drive by, and as we walk, or even if we remain stationary, or we move from room to room, we move there and back. Our thoughts go there and back. Our eyes move there and back.
Yeah.
You notice it.
Yeah.
It's a process in which we live. It defines us.
Yeah.
The dyslexic process defines who you are. And the more you're aware of the process, the more enlightened, I believe, and fully developed you will be as a human being, as a Homo sapien, meant to look higher to the sky in a more enlightened or spiritual manner.
Do you think you can extrapolate that to living? Well, I'm thinking that you can extrapolate it to linear time.
I'm listening to something.
Okay. Like the same experience of left to right from the seeing. Like if you're traveling along a linear timeline, you're having a left to right time experience.
Okay, well that's still a dyslexic experience. Whatever, if you're moving back in time, or you're perhaps being projected forward in time, that time, that journey is still some form of movement, whether perceived, whether physical, or a thought process, or a spiritual process. You're still moving, although you may remain stationary. You're still moving. Your thoughts still move from one position to another, and you cannot get away from that. Now that position that movement is your dyslexic experience. That
is so cool.
You cannot get away from that.
Yeah.
Even when you moved your head there from left, you move it back. Even if your head was permanently, and your neck was, say, permanently disabled, and you had your head to the left, well, you would move your eyes to the left. Now, if everything is paralyzed, then your brain sees that you're moving. It imagines you're moving. It sees what you can do. It has the ability to project what you could have been, what you could be. There's your dyslexia. You have the hope of being healed while you're lying in your bed. You're absolutely paralyzed God help you, in a car accident. You can't move. You're tied down, you're strapped down, and you've seen them, people just, everything has just been, you're in a cast left to right. You can't even move your eyes. Well, you can see in your mind is saying, you're going to get up, you're going to be healed. Here's what you're going to do tomorrow. You're going to get up, you're going to go to the washroom, you're going to come back, and the next day you're going to go to the washroom, and then you're going to go into the hallway, and the next day you're going to go to the hallway farther and farther, and then you're coming back, and the next day, until your mind will say, you're healed, get out, and get out into the parking lot and drive your car away. Oh, wait a minute, it's totally demolished. You're going to have to walk home, or take a taxi cab. Oh, yeah, we forgot about that part. Well, the part that everything has been projected the way it should be, and that is your dyslexic. In that case, you use a dyslexic process to heal your body. Your mind is healing, and now some people will say, well, if you use your concentration and your spiritual enlightenment, then you will heal faster. Some people will say, what is the spiritual enlightenment? Well, that's a different story. That's another book. You can hear that later. So that's using your energy. It's a different source of energy being channeled.
Yeah.
And that energy comes up, and it goes in, and sometimes it goes back out again if it's not used properly. That's your dyslexic experience.
And so is that kind of like why you can say, see it and you'll believe it? Or?
Exactly. It comes in, you imagine it, you use the energy that's required, you do this, you see it, and then you finalize it. You make it come to a reality. That's your dyslexic experience. It sounds like a dysfunctional experience. No, I don't want to confuse that. Basically, dyslexic means you're dysfunctional. No, it is. Some people will say that, but that's not a correct term. For me, it's the experience of who you are being moved. All that you are being moved from left to right, longitudinally, laterally, northerly, southerly, moving around in your axis. Okay, moving around in the center of your axis, your concentric existence, who you are. Moving when your energy moves through that is your dyslexic experience. It's not necessarily dysfunctional. Okay. Now, some people may deem it as that, but in this explanation, in this essay, you'll clearly see that it's just a path in which your energy travels and has to come back.
Thanks, Stephen.